Hi, I'm Chris Johnston from Work Visa Lawyers, and welcome to our December immigration news videos. This month has brought some major changes to the Australian immigration policies, including the following: the replacement of the Global Talent Visa with the new National Innovation Visa, or NIV. The launch of the Skills in Demand Visa, replacing the Temporary Skills Shortage Visa, and the reduction of the 2 years to 1 year of work experience required for the 482 visa. Further, there's the introduction of the new Core Skills Occupation List. So there's a lot to unpack. Plus, we'll discuss the 456 occupations such as childcare worker, enrolled nurse, content creator, and cook that are now eligible for the 186 direct entry visa. Updates on state nominations for the 190 and 491 visa, and much more. In this video, we'll break down all the changes to help you understand what's happening and explore the visa options. Make sure to subscribe so you can see our latest updates. The new National Innovation Visa replaced the Global Talent Visa on the 7th of December 2024, while retaining the same subclass, which is the 858. The National Innovation Visa is a straight-to-PR visa option for top-of-field candidates such as global researchers, entrepreneurs, innovative investors, athletes, and creatives. There are flexible criteria which can include the following: achievements such as publications or awards, raising angel investor capital, getting grants, being an entrepreneur. There are 9 sectors, earning above the high income threshold, and another factor is getting a state nomination for an innovative investment. As a heads up, compared to the Global Talent Visa, the new National Innovation Visa has more of a focus on achievements, and the Digitech sector has been removed. But some Digitech may fit into other sectors. For example, critical technology sector, which includes specialisations of AI and cybersecurity. Another area for previous Digitechs to squeeze into is the financial services and fintech sector, which has specialisations in IT and financial services. We've created a detailed video explaining the new National Innovation Visa and its application requirements. You can find the link in the description below. The new Skills in Demand Visa. The new Skills in Demand Visa was also implemented from the 7th of December, replacing the TSS 482 visa, but maintaining the subclass. The new Skills in Demand Visa subclass 482 is an employer-sponsored visa with 3 different streams: the Specialist Skills, the Core Skills, and the Labour Agreement stream. For each of these 3 streams, you need an employer to sponsor you. The Core Skills Occupation List. The Core Skills Occupation List has 456 occupations that will be able to apply for the Core Skills stream of the new Skills in Demand Visa. Additionally, the CSOL will be used for the direct entry stream of the permanent 186 visa. There are some occupations added to the Core Skill Occupation List. These additions include childcare worker, beauty therapist, retail manager, office manager, and tour guide. Childcare worker is one of the ones which everyone's excited about. There are also occupations which have been removed from the list, which include farm manager positions, cafe or restaurant manager, real estate representative, graphic designer, and chiropractor. You can search the full list using the link in the description below. The 186 direct entry for all the occupations on the Core Skills Occupation List. The new Core Skills Occupation List will give access to the direct entry 186 visa for all occupations on the list. This seems to reflect the current government's preference for permanent visas. They want to avoid people getting stuck on temporary visas and becoming permanently temporary. That is what the former Home Affairs Minister, Claire O'Neill, often said. This is a massive change because there are 456 occupations on the CSOL, which is many more than the previous medium-term list. You will need to meet all of the direct entry 186 requirements, which include having a sponsor, being paid at or above the TSMIT, which is now the Core Skills threshold of $73,150, also being paid at the market salary for your occupation, having a positive skills assessment on the CSOL list, having at least competent English, having at least 3 years of full-time experience. The core skill occupations that can now apply for PR include cook, marketing specialist, retail manager, customer service manager, and enrolled nurse. Please book an appointment if you need any assistance in applying for the 186 direct entry visa. So, to summarise what has been changed for the employer-sponsored visas, number 1, access to direct entry 186 PR for all the CSOL occupations. This will decrease interest in the Skills in Demand 482 temporary visa. Number 2, 482 visa holders can bring their experience to their next sponsor without resetting the clock. So that means you can add 6 months of experience here and there, and then once you've got your 2 years of experience in total, go for permanent residency. Number 3, 482 reduction of work experience to 1 year in the last 5 years for the Skills in Demand 482 visa. So that's a reduction from 2 years to 1 year. Number 4, English requirements for the Skills in Demand are IELTS all 5, and for the PTE, overall test scores of 36 with a score of at least 36 in each of the test components. Number 5, specialist skills stream for applicants with an ANZCA occupation with a specialist skills income threshold of at least $135,000 a year. This excludes occupations in ANZCA major groups 3, 7 and 8, which encompasses trade workers, machinery operators and drivers and labourers. So what didn't change? Employers and applicants are disappointed that the Skilling Australia Fund reforms which were proposed did not go through. So the Skilling Australia Fund fees remain as an upfront payment. Also, the applicant will still need the employer to nominate them after 2 years to apply for permanent residency through the 186 PR temporary transition pathway. So now let's talk about some other updates on the 190 and 491 visas. The Victorian Skilled Visa Nomination Program released a list of construction trade occupations that are prioritised for visa nomination. Occupations such as carpenter, joiner, plumber, electrician, cabinet maker, cabler and more. Now this is a change, but unfortunately we know that for the 189 and we know that for construction trades in South Australia and other states, these occupations are also getting prioritised. So there's a lot of competition for the trades. Tasmania Migration has provided some important updates. For the financial year, Tasmania has received a total of 1,924 submitted registrations of interest, with 1,230 applicants invited to apply for nomination. This year, Tasmania has received 2,100 places available for the 190 and 760 places for the 491. So if you're in Tasmania and have met all the requirements, there's a big chance of being invited for the 190 or 491 visas. Skills Select Dashboard. The Department of Home Affairs has made the Skills Select Dashboard available. This allows you to access information such as the number of expressions of interest submitted for the 190, 491 or 189 visas, as well as the number of people in the system with their submitted expressions of interest and their respective points. The system can be a bit tricky to navigate, but with some exploration, you can uncover all the available data. The information displayed reflects the data from the past 2 years within the system. We recommend using a computer to access the dashboard as it's optimised for desktop rather than for other devices. We're going to do a separate video where we show how to look at how many expressions of interest are in the system for your occupation so you can check the competition. Parliament closing. In the closing days of 2024, Parliament passed more than 30 bills, but the Migration Amendment Bill, essential for introducing some of the new visa program changes, was not included. With the Senate now closed until February 2025 and a potential federal election on the horizon, some of the reforms that were proposed may not go through. If an election is called before Parliament reconvenes, the government will enter caretaker mode, preventing any major legislation coming through until a new Parliament is established. And so what does this mean for immigration? The immigration changes are likely to slow down in the first half of next year, so some people will welcome that. But with an election campaign underway, immigration is likely to be a key area of debate. Hopefully the debate will be respectful of the major contribution that migrants have made and continue to make to Australia. Student visa caps. The student visa caps didn't happen. The Australian government proposed limiting the international student enrolments to 270,000 for 2025 to alleviate the housing crisis. But the legislation failed to get through the Senate and will now not be able to move forward. As you've seen, the past few days has brought significant development in the Australian migration policy, from the launch of the new National Innovation Visa and the Skills in Demand Visa and the new Core Skills Occupation List. With all of these changes, it's important to understand how these updates might impact your visa options or migration plans. We have already been contacted with many people wanting to go ahead with a direct entry 186 visa. If you have any questions or need assistance with your visa application, feel free to book an appointment with one of our migration lawyers or registered migration agents using the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to get the latest updates on Australian immigration. We look forward to the next video we can make for you.